everybody, I am Joseph, the first J of Jmdjstudios, and welcome back to another Top 10 list. Today we have for you the top 10 Xbox 360 games. To qualify on this list, it's got to be on the Xbox 360. It doesn't matter if it's first party, third party. All that matters is it originally came out on the Xbox 360 or if it was released with the 360 at some point in time. That being said, this list was extremely hard to make. The Xbox 360 has a lot of games and a lot of really good games. It's one of my favorite personal consoles, so I love it a lot. Let's get started. I had to turn on the fan. It's hot. Alright, so coming up at number 10 is Family Game Night. Now this is actually all 4 games. I have with me number 2, number 3, and number 4. Family Game Night is a really cool game. It is one of the best games on the 360, and here is why. Board games have always been really awesome, okay? They just are. It's such a unique experience to sit down with friends or family and play a board game. It is something that most video games actually cannot give you because the experience is so different. Some of my fondest memories with my friends and family are actually board games. Nights when I would stay up playing Monopoly, or nights like days with my grandma like at Myrtle Beach when we'd eat at this awesome restaurant called the Farmhouse, and we would sit there while we're waiting to eat and play checkers. So some of those memories to me are so precious, and I couldn't have got those from anywhere else. And that brings me to Family Game Night. So Family Game Night is a combination of Hasbro board games that have been turned into really good virtual games for you to play. They have so many different ones. I mean, they're absolutely nuts. But it takes you to a game room where you get to choose which game you want to play. They have Mr. Potato Head as your host, which is awesome. So, I mean, I'm just going to go over some of the games that they've got in these games. I don't have the first one. I haven't played the first one, but I have played the rest. So this is some of the games. Operation Connect 4x4, Bop It, Picturica, Jenga, Clue, Yahtzee, Mousetrap, The Game of Life, Twister, Connect 4, Basketball, Bop It, Boptagon, Sorry Sliders, Yahtzee Bowling, and Scrabble Flash. Playing these games together is really fun. Now this is my favorite game to play with other people on the Xbox 360, hands down. This is my favorite multiplayer on the 360. Me and Mary Lou played this so much over the course of the time I've had my 360. So it is really good. It's really good. So, I mean, Family Game Night, I mean, if you haven't played it, I highly urge you to pick them up. They're probably extremely cheap at this point, especially the first ones, but the quality in these games are superb. They're really fun to play. They're really good games. They definitely deserve to make the list. And that was number 10 on our list. Okay, so number 9 on our list is Rock Band. Rock Band! Oh! Now, the one that got voted for the most was the original Rock Band. Behind me I have playing my favorite Rock Band, which is Lego Rock Band. Any kind of Rock Band will do for this list. Let me tell you about Rock Band. So, I started out with Guitar Hero, and I loved Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero was revolutionary for its time. When Rock Band came out, I was very skeptical. I was like, okay, they're just copying Guitar Hero. That's what I thought originally. Then I played it, and I was like, no, that's not what they're doing. They are innovating a franchise. To me, it's like, you know, Mario 64 comes along and then Banjo-Kazooie kind of perfects the formula for me. That's what Rock Band did for this to me. Guitar Hero was there, they made it, and then Rock Band perfected it. Every my way will turn. Tip picks when you are done. Sorry. They have a lot of awesome songs. I mean, I love music a lot. Tons of different genres, but there's just so many good ones on this. I mean, you've got bands on here like the Blue Oyster Cult, Bon Jovi, The Clash, Foo Fighters, Kiss, Metallica, Nirvana, The Police, Radiohead, REM, The Rolling Stones, The Who, and so many other more. And that's just on the first game. But I mean, behind me, we've got the Final Countdown by Europe. I mean, they've had some Twisted Sister in there before. I mean, anything that I really like to listen to is in the game. And I think that's the way it is for a lot of people because it has a lot of old songs, it has a lot of new songs. And Rock Band is not exclusive to rock and roll music. They also have some country tracks and a lot of other stuff like that. I don't know, I absolutely love Rock Band. This is also one of my favorite multiplayers to play on the Xbox 360. Like, just local co-op is what I'm talking about. Like, me and David from the channel have had so many awesome experiences with Rock Band parties since, I'd say, Rock Band 2 came out. That is what we did. We worked together, so after work I'd go over to his house and we would just slap in some Rock Band and we would play this all night long. And we, you know, when the new Rock Band came out, our band got back together and we played it again, so it was really awesome. Rock Band is great. Lego Rock Band is great. I mean, if you like music, you would definitely love this game. It's very simple. You get plastic instruments. In case you didn't know, the button colors are on the screen, and then, like, if you're playing the guitar, you mash that button and strum when that button's on the screen, and then you get a point for that. That's how it works. It's awesome. It's fantastic. It's more complex than that too if you want to get really deep into it. But the Rock Band franchise is incredible, and I hope it is here to stay. And that made number 9 on our list. Big gulp. Hope you're thirsty. Only 99 cents. Swim in today. Where am I swimming into? Only at 7-Eleven. Number 8 is BioShock Infinite. BioShock Infinite to me is the pinnacle of the BioShock franchise. Now, I love BioShock 1 and 2. Do not get me wrong, they're great games, but BioShock Infinite is the best for me. First of all, I'm going to start about my favorite part about BioShock Infinite, but it was the artificial intelligence behind the character named Elizabeth. They were bragging about the artificial intelligence in this game before it came out, and I was like, okay, I'm scared. I was like, because I don't think that they're going to make the artificial intelligence smart enough and compelling enough for me to, you know, feel like it's useful and not get in the way. Games like The Last of Us, there were some times with the artificial intelligence that was helping you out, or even sometimes with games like Uncharted, the artificial intelligent character I'd be hiding, the enemies wouldn't see me, they'd be like running around, and they wouldn't get spotted, and it kind of took me out of the game a little. I never felt that way with BioShock Infinite. When I put it in, I was thoroughly surprised with the level of intelligence with Elizabeth. I always felt like she was very necessary to my gameplay. She never got in my way, not once. And there's actually a part of the game where she's not there for a while. And when that happens, you really feel the difference. That's when it really hits you how important she's been to your gameplay this whole time. Because sometimes you'll run out of ammo, and you're like, oh no, and then you look over and she's got some for you ready to throw it to you. So it was it's a very incredible experience. But beyond that, the story is awesome. The ending was awesome. The environment is gorgeous. This game, I guarantee you, mark it down, it's going to age really well. But, I mean, the game in general, I loved it. I mean, I had such a fun time playing this game. The combat in it was fantastic. It is definitely one of the best games to buy on the 360 and from last generation. So if you haven't played BioShock Infinite, I urge you to pick it up. It's BioShock Infinite. It looks awesome. There's an American flag burning in the background, and that's Booker, so book it. But not Facebook it. And that made number 8 on our list. Okay, so coming up at number 7 on our list is Minecraft. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Some of you are thinking, what? Minecraft's only number 7? It should be higher than that. And the other ones are saying, what? Minecraft is even on this list? Unsub. Watch somebody else. Dislike. Whatever. Before any of that happens, first of all, you have to understand that Minecraft is a very revolutionary game for its time. Minecraft is actually a lot deeper than a lot of people give it credit for, but I definitely agree that it should be on this list. And here's why. I'm going to tell you about my Minecraft story, but when I first started seeing Minecraft go everywhere, I was extremely skeptical. I was looking at it and I was like, I like a wide spectrum of games, but this just looks kind of boring to me. I'm wondering, what's the point? What did it do? Why is it fun? You know, what's the catch? So finally, one day, you know, my brother, heavily addicted to the game, I watch him play, and then he hands me the controller, and I start playing, and it just kind of starts clicking in my head. I was like, I can do anything. It doesn't matter if there's a point. I can go out, gather materials, build stuff. I can be in survival mode, where I can build my own fortress, and slay all these creatures that are coming after me every night, or, You know, and start from nothing. Start from having absolutely nothing but your bare hands, and then building a fortress that you really, you know, care about or something. Or maybe you find a local village and you want to protect the village, so you start building around it. Also, in creative mode, it could be just deemed pointless construction. But the point is, it's so fun. You can build anything in this game. Whatever you can think of, you can build it in this game. It's like an open world Lego game almost, except it's just focused on the building and collecting and stuff. But it can get a lot deeper than that. There are some RPG elements in this game. You actually level up if you didn't know. There's different types of swords you can get. You can get a wooden sword, you can get a stone sword, you can get like a gold sword, a diamond sword. Each one has different purposes, different strengths, different weaknesses. So, you know, you can customize armor. There's animals in the game. I mean, it is nuts, the amount of stuff you can do in this. And that's not even touching the multiplayer experiences that you can get, local and online. So, Minecraft is a really good game. And I'm going to point out that this is one out of 3 games on the system that's actually rated E. So, and that's something that's rare to find nowadays on Xbox or PlayStation 3. You don't see a lot of games that are rated E. But this game is rated E for everyone for a reason, because I can perfectly understand why someone my age would have fun with this, why someone older than me would have fun with this, and why people younger than me would have fun with this game. It is really, really good. So, if you're one of those people who thinks it should be higher on the list, be happy that it's on the list, because it's here and it deserves to be here. If you're one of those people who think it doesn't deserve to be on the list, you probably need to give it a try. And if you've given it a try, maybe it's just not that kind of game for you. But you really need to look at the RPG elements of it and the fact that you can do whatever you want in the game. But it's really, really good. So make sure you give Minecraft a try, and it is number 7 on our list. I make random noises sometimes for no reason. I don't know why I do it. It just happens. Coming up next on our list at number 6 is Red Dead Redemption. Now this is one of my favorite games on the 360 once again, but it is an incredible game. Let's see, it came out in 2010, and this game was featured in our Video Game Awards 2010. If you haven't watched that, maybe you want to check it out. It was on there, and actually John Marston won the Chuck Norris Wannabe Award for 2010 in our Game Awards. But besides that, this game is incredible. It is a fantastic game, and let me tell you why. If you like Westerns, or maybe even if you don't like Westerns, this game is really good. Made by Rockstar, the people who made Grand Theft Auto and a lot of other amazing games. This game feels like you just put in a Western movie, but all of a sudden you're in there, you're the main character. A lot of people who like Westerns, read Western books or movies, that's something that they dream of, and this is one of the best ways to experience that. It is very accurate in getting details from the West correct, as far as media goes anyways. There are so many cool things that you can do in this game. I mean, it's an open world experience, and the game is beautiful, the soundtrack is awesome, the characters are incredible. And, for those of you who don't know, you can play as a zombie, or, well, you know what I mean. You can play Red Dead Undead Nightmare, which is pretty much a standalone game, but it's, based off of this one. And you kill zombies, so you can do that in this game as well. So if you ever wanted a Western with zombies, you've got it. You just have to buy the expansion pack for this game. But other than that, the game is a really good game. It's got a really good story behind it. So good that I'm not even going to go into details here. Like, you just need to play it. I don't want to ruin anything for you. Just know you're John Marston, you're in the West, and you're there to shoot things. Buy Red Dead Redemption. That made number 6 on our list. Coming up at number 5 on our list, top 5 now, it's Mirror's Edge. Now this game is one of my favorite games of all time. And here's why. It is a really amazing platformer. If you know what the term parkour means, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, it means free running. So free running is an art, in my opinion. It is incredible. I love it. I wish I could do it. There are actually classes at schools you can go and take to learn how to do this kind of stuff. But, I mean, free running is it's so amazing is what it is. It's crazy. But Mirror's Edge takes the cake with this. You control the main character, whose name is Faith, and you are in this city where everything is monitored and controlled, and you are basically like a messenger. You're like FedEx, you're a runner, and that's pretty much what they're called, and that's the game. You are running the entire game. There's actually an achievement for going through it and not shooting anybody, which is interesting. But gun mechanics are pretty much there in a, you know, okay, I feel like I have to do this kind of situation right now. It's not like the combat's bad or anything. It's that you have so many moves at your disposal without even taking a gun, or ways you can disarm them with and take their gun from them, that you really don't have to shoot them if you don't want to. I don't know, it's crazy. It's so fast-paced and actiony, but at the same time, it is, by definition, a platformer. It is one of the best platformers that we have seen this generation. It is an incredible game. I mean, it's also incredibly linear, but that's not a problem because it's a platform. So the challenge comes within trial and error sometimes, and the challenge comes with, you know, trying to figure out the right set of moves to string together to get from point A to point B, which is really cool. Some of the chase missions in this one are nuts because you just feel like you're not going to escape this time, you're not going to get out, but yet you have to because that's your objective. It's a really good game. Faith is a really compelling character, and her story is incredible in this, and if you haven't played it yet, I highly recommend you get it because Mirror's Edge Catalyst is coming out this year in like 5 days from the date I recorded this video, I think. So it's coming out very soon. So I highly recommend it, and it is number 5 on our list. Alright, so coming up at number 4 on our list is Halo 3. Halo 3 is an awesome game. Some people think that this is the pinnacle of the Halo series. I'm not sure where I'd fall on that. I'm pretty sure I'd lean towards Halo 2, but that doesn't matter because Halo 3 is a really good game. One of the best on the Xbox, and definitely deserving of the number 4 slot. Halo 4 is, you control Master Chief again, and you actually get to play as the Arbiter this time around. Halo 3 has an awesome online mode. It also has an awesome first-person story. This game probably, in my opinion, has the best balance between the two. I really like the online. The online in this game was so compelling for me that this was one of the first games that I ever played online, ever. This was one of the first. So, well, as far as home console games go, because I played some games on PC online before this one. But, that being said, this was the conclusion to the original Halo trilogy. And it was a very good conclusion to that trilogy. There's new vehicles, new weapons. The game is awesome. Very fast-paced run-and-gun situations, and a very good first-person shooter. It very much defined the boundaries of first-person shooters. Halo has so much. We have so much to thank for Halo 4 as far as first-person shooters go, especially the original and number 3. So, if you haven't played number 3 yet, I highly recommend it. Halo is just an amazing game, and it is definitely the staple of Xbox. So make sure you pick up a Halo game near you today. Coming up at number 3 is Portal 2. Portal 2. This one was a hard choice between the original Portal, so the orange box, or Portal 2. And the orange box had a lot going for it because Portal 1 was awesome, and it also had other games on there like Team Fortress and Half-Life. But Portal 2 won over in our hearts and minds because the game is an incredible sequel. This game is an incredible game on the Xbox. How Portal works, if you are unfamiliar, is you have this device called Portal Gun. You can shoot 2 portals, a blue one and an orange one. You shoot the blue one on that one, the orange one on that one, you go through the blue one, and you come out the orange one. It's a feat of science and engineering in this game, and it makes for a very good gameplay mechanic. If any other studio were to do something like this, it would feel very gimmicky. But the way they use portals, and they continue to change that up, blows my mind because it never feels repetitive or old. It feels almost like a first-person shooter where you're shooting things, except this game has platforming elements in it. It has a really good story behind it. It also has some action elements in it. Overall, puzzles. Every room almost is a puzzle in itself. Even the boss fight in some senses is a puzzle to figure out how to do it. And that's what's really cool about this game. Another really cool thing about Portal 2, it has a co-op mode where you're two robots, one has the blue portal, one has the orange portal, and you have to work together to solve the puzzles. Very difficult to do, but it's very fun. Especially if you're really compatible with the other person and both of you know what you're doing in Portal. Playing Portal 2 together is really good. Really fun. They introduced some new stuff. I think it's called it's some kind of gel. I can't remember the exact name and I don't want to get it wrong, but it's gel that makes you speed up or bounce or do different things like that. So it's really interesting to be able to use that with your portals. Also, artificial intelligence in the companion cube is fantastic. Great game. This game is it's so good. It's such a good game. The story is great, and there are moments in this game where you will laugh. And then the voice actors in this game are great. Gladys is back, and with Wheatley in here, fantastic. The guy that does his voice, for some reason, his name's not coming to my head right now, but he is a fantastic voice actor. He is awesome, and he really steals the show in this game. So, also, if you play the original and you know what I'm talking about, you can see Gladys as a clock potato. Potatoes. So get Portal 2. Coming up at number 2 on our list is The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. This game is so good. Okay, so good. It comes with this awesome map. Awesome. I mean, it feels like leather even though it's not. I mean, it's just awesome. It unfolds all the way. I'm not going to unfold it all the way today. But Skyrim is a giant game. It is one of the largest games that I know of. It's made by Bethesda, the people who made Fallout and the other Elder Scrolls games. But this game is so cool. It is one of the best RPGs I've ever played, and here is why. The game itself introduced a few new concepts in this that's new to the Elder Scrolls. First of all, and I'm not talking about the dragon in the sky, I'm actually talking about two-hand mechanics. You can hold a sword and a shield, or you can do two-hand magic, so you can use like a fire and lightning at the same time, which is really cool. That added so much to the gameplay. You could use like dual-wield swords in this one if you wanted to. It was nuts. So the level that it's crazy the combinations you can do. You can have a sword in one hand, you can have healing on the other hand, so you can be fighting, and when your health gets low, you can heal yourself. It's so cool. Basically, and I've had it described to me this way before I played it, but basically the Elder Scrolls, if you don't know, but if you played Fallout, is Fallout with magic. And vice versa, Fallout is Elder Scrolls with guns. So they're very similar games, but Skyrim, the reason Oblivion's not on the list is because Skyrim is a brand new engine, the graphics are amazing, and I mean, it looks fantastic to play. The other reason it's really good is the dragons. You actually get to fight and slay dragons in this, and you get to learn dragon language, which is called Dragon Shouts in this game. You've probably heard of the Fush Roda, and that is, it's an incredible gameplay feature. It's like casting spells that doesn't take away your magic. The game is huge. It takes forever to finish, even if it's just the story. Is it the biggest game I've ever played? Probably not, but it's definitely close. But don't let that intimidate you, because you can just go in and play the story and enjoy the game thoroughly. And most RPGs are long anyways. So definitely clear out some room on your schedule for the Elder Scrolls Skyrim, because it is one of the best games ever. I remember a time when, I used to play Skyrim all the time, just like you. Then I took an arrow to the knee. I just went there. Okay, so number 1 on our list is the one, the only, Fallout 3. Fallout 3, is it the best RPG on the system? Well, it's debatable. Anything's debatable. It's all an opinionated list anyways. But Fallout 3 won over for us, I think, on so many different levels, because Fallout 3 was such a good RPG, and it was such a landmark for its time. Fallout 3 is just such a good game. There's nothing quite like this kind of experience when you put in Fallout 3 for the first time and start playing it. I mean, I love Fallout 3. I cannot express in words how much I love this game. This is one of the best games I've ever played. There's There's problems with the game, of course, because any game with the size of a game like Fallout 3 is going to have glitches, it's going to have problems, but at the end of the day, the game is really fun. The glitches are not game-breaking, not enough to make you want to, toss the game aside and say, I don't want to play this anymore. One thing I really love about Bethesda-style RPGs like Fallout and the Elder Scrolls is the story is really good. For the most part, the story's good, but the real story happens with you and your character when nothing's going on and you're exploring the wasteland and you find a rock that is hollowed and you find someone put all these weapons in there and you get to find out that story. Or you come across, you're just walking and then a UFO crashes in front of you and you're like, what just happened? So, those are really the story experiences that you get when you play Fallout or any game by Bethesda that's an RPG like this. You get these experiences that happen to you in their world that don't really happen to other players or not in the same way that they happen to you. And that's what's really cool about these games. Bethesda-style RPGs remind me, as far as story elements go, remind me a lot about Pokemon. Because the Pokemon stories are usually very generic, they're usually a very similar thing. And then that takes you to Fallout, where it's very similar, but my fondest memories of Pokemon are when I caught my first Pidgey, or when I had to choose my starter for the first time and I was like very torn between it. And experiences where, I found a shiny Pokemon for the first time or something like that. Or when I first evolved my Gengar. Things like that. That is the memories that I have from that game, and it's memories that, other people are going to have that are going to be very different from mine. And that's one of the things that I really love about Fallout 3. I can't express it in words. One of the best places you guys can go to get a very good idea of why I love Fallout 3 so much, go to our Gamers the Roundtable podcast, where we talk about our top 10 games from last year. So top 10 games from 2015. It was our top 10 list for 2015 that we do each year with our Game Awards. But you can watch the podcast, go ahead and skip ahead if you want, and Fallout 4 won Game of the Year last year for us. And I start off in the podcast by telling you my Fallout 3 story. I don't have time in this video for it, but it's really good. We love the game so much that we made a fan-made series based on this, where it's real life, but in-game at the same time. It's really good, but we call it Fallout the Series. The first season is 6 episodes long, and season 2 is coming this year. But if you haven't played Fallout 3, I urge you to, but any of the Fallout games work really well. Fallout 3, New Vegas, Fallout 4, they're all really good. So pick up one of them today and give it a shot. But I would highly recommend starting with Fallout 3 because it is just such a good game. And it made number 1 on our list. Thank you guys for watching another Top 10 list. Top 10 Xbox 360. Make sure you guys comment below. Do you agree with our list? Yes, no, and if not, why? Tell us what games would make your top 10 list that didn't make ours. Tell us what games made your list and made ours too. Comment below, because we love responding to everybody's comments. If at all possible, comment below and we will comment back to you very quickly. Make sure you like the video and share us with your friends. You can follow us on Twitter at Jmdjstudios and at AMGames64. And above all else, make sure you guys subscribe. It's completely free. It's very easy to do. You can actually click the watermark that you see, the one that says JMDJ now, because it's going to be on all of our videos. You can click that watermark and subscribe. We have weekly content coming to you guys Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We are actually currently in the process of upping our weekly schedule. We might even start doing 5 videos a week at some point in the future, so stay tuned for that. But we have Let's Plays every Monday, Gamers of the Roundtable podcast every Wednesday, and more Top 10s coming to you every Friday. So make sure you subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!